Hello there, Merry Christmas and welcome back to Bill with the Boys. We have now got another Christmas movie for people who don't like Christmas movies. It's not the catchiest title, that, so I need to come up with a better one, I think. But we've got a great one. This is one of my favourite, not just favourite Christmas films, this is one of my favourite films because when you watch as many as I watch, seeing something that's genuinely original is a rarity. You see something go, I've seen this done before in that, or I've seen this done before in that. Now, you might watch rare exports and say, well, I've seen that done before. The reason why you've seen it done before is because they took it from this one, right? So rare exports is a fantastic movie. It's a Finnish movie, a Finnish-Norwegian movie made with French money featuring some English cast. So it's kind of wow all over the place. But it's hard to explain this one to you, but stick with it, right? Because it'll sound nuts as I describe it. But if you watch it, it makes sense because everyone plays it dead straight. Right, that's important about this. This is why this movie works. No one is winking at the camera that this is parody. No one is, oh yeah, okay. It's all played dead straight, like this is a completely serious thing, and that's what makes it work so well. So Rare Exports, it is subtitled, but don't let that put you off. If you're one of those people that can't watch a subtitled movie, okay, that's fine. If it's like because your eyes or something, fine. You can watch this dubbed. But I think with dubbed movies, you lose something of the performance. But it's an easy watch. It's a really easy watch. It's only about 85 minutes, this one. So, I mean, it's not heavy subs, but it's so good. So Rare Exports is a Christmas movie, unlike any other Christmas movie you'd have seen. So it starts with a company drilling in the mountains in Finland, and they are looking for something. But the men that are drilling don't know what they're looking for. They assume they're looking for diamonds or possibly gold, maybe oil, but it's a bit weird that they're drilling a mountain. And they've just been told, just keep drilling. And they are drilling down and down and down into this mountain. And they say, okay, well, we've been drilling and we've got X amount of miles down, but now we've hit something strange. And they show them what they sprinkles on the desk, what he's found. It's wood. It's wood. They said, and there's nearly half a mile down of just wood. And it's at this point that the guy from the shady organisation that set them up to drill gets very excited. And he says, okay, we found what we're looking for. There is now a change of rules. All of your men must obey. And he gives the men a list of rules. And these are the rules. Basically, the men have got to be good. The men have to be good. They can't swear or curse. They can't use any obscenity. They can't smoke or spit or be mean or anything like that. It's very, very important that they stick to these rules because somebody might be concerned if they're naughty or nice. Meanwhile, while all this is going on and they're blasted now to get to what they want to get to, there is the locals, which are reindeer farmers, because as much as we see reindeer as very much the cute little Christmas creatures, I mean, they are farmed for meat. That's just the reality of it. They're cattle. And that's what they are. They're reindeer farmers. And they're very concerned about what's going on up in the mountain with the blasted and whatnot. And the child of the family, again, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but they're concerned about what's happening in the mountain. At some point, the guy tells them that what he's looking for is Sinterklaas or Santa Claus. And he believes they have found the grave, the tomb of Santa Claus. Now, again, at this point in most movies, we'd be like, oh, God's sake. They play it deadly serious. They're like, what you think you know about Santa Claus is wrong. This is the actual Sinterklaas. That's who we've got. That's whose tomb you found. And we are going to get him out of there. Which is crazy. But we jump forwards a little bit. And there's been attacks happening on the reindeers at night. The reindeer's been ripped apart. And they catch who's doing it. And they catch an old man with a white beard. And it's Santa Claus. But he's like savage, right? So it's like, he's, almost like a caveman. But he works on those grounds. If you're good, won't touch you, won't go near you, won't hurt you. If you're naughty, straight on you. And it's mad. So anybody who kind of curses or anything like that, the Santas are kind of, that's what they do. They just zone in immediately and bang. And it comes from a short film. So they made a short film originally before they made the main movie called Rare Exports. And it goes into how this works. It's very good. I'll put a link to the short. If I can find it, I'll put a link to the short down below and you'll see it. And it sort of shows how this Santa reacts. They've got a chain on him, and they show someone who sort of spits on the floor, and all of a sudden, rah, and it immediately goes for them. So it's not almost like it's not a sentient being. It's powered by that. It has no personality as such. Good, it just doesn't pay attention to. Bad, it goes immediately for you. Kind of like zombies. Zombies are the whole thing. Think you're a zombie, they ignore you. If they think you're a human being, straight for you. And that is how this Santa Claus works. There is a fantastic twist in this movie. And I will tell you what it is, because again, it's worth watching even if you know this. They decide, the family that have caught Santa Claus, he is scary, man. When they got him in this cage and he's just grinning at them, it is properly unnerving. They decide that they're going to try and sell him. They're going to sell him to this guy, and it's like, right, we'll sell Santa Claus to this guy, and we'll make our money. He wants him. That's what he's digging for. We've got him. We'll sell it to him. So the guy kind of agrees. He's like, okay, I'll come out. And they land the helicopter and whatnot to come and see them. And he comes there and he shows Santa Claus in his cage. And he says, here he is. And the guy looks, goes, here's what? He goes, Santa Claus. This is Santa Claus. He's like, that ain't Santa Claus. Like, yes, it is. And it's like, no, it's not. That's not Santa Claus. So this guy that looks like Santa Claus with a beard and that's not Santa Claus. That's an elf. And they said, what? So this is Santa. Like, no, that's an elf. Santa Claus is something much scarier. And they've got Santa Claus, and he's in a massive block of ice, and they're trying to thaw him out. And it looks like Krampus. It's got the horns and whatnot. They're trying to thaw him out. It's amazing, right? It's so good. I'm not going to tell you all of it because it will spoil it if I do. But it is so good, and it is worth your time. You can see this movie on Amazon Prime. It's fantastic. It genuinely is. Here's a picture of one of the Santas. Now, this movie is, I would say, age appropriate for older children and teens, because it's not. I mean, it's scary. It is, but don't go ruining Santa for them with it. But it's a hardcore version of the Goonies, if you will. It's very kind of action packed. It's got a very funny ending to it. It's very clever. And again, I've not done any justice in the way I've described it, but believe me, if it sounds like something that sounds bloody interesting, because it is, go and watch it. And again, it is not that saccharine that you get from We Must Save Christmas or those Hallmark movies. It isn't. It is 100% a Christmas movie. It's about Santa, for God's sake. But it is not your normal Christmas fare. But it is one that I promise you will end up in your rotation. You'll get to this time of year and you'll think, I want to watch Rare Exports. There's also a movie you want to tell people about. Because it's a great one. I'm amazed there hasn't been an American remake of this. Amazed. Because it strikes me as something that they'd be like, oh, we're doing that. The only thing I can think of is it is quite vicious. I mean, it has got a fairly nasty undercurrent to it, and it doesn't paint Santa Claus in particularly nice light. So maybe that has deterred them from doing it. But I find it bizarre that 12 years later, no one has thought to remake this film. And there's never been a sequel to it, and it is wide open for a sequel as well. But it is great. It is well worth watching. It is well worth your time. And you can watch this on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, it's just on there. You can go and search for Rare Exports and it's there. It costs you nothing extra. If you're not an Amazon Prime subscriber, you can still see this on Prime, but I think it's about $2.50 or about $3. It is worth your time. It is worth your time and effort to watch it. It's a very good movie. I can't recommend it enough. It's not just a good Christmas movie. It is a fantastic movie, full stop. If you've got a problem with subtitles, you can watch it dubbed on Amazon Prime, so you can go in and change the language settings and watch it as is. But I swear to you, I don't want to tell you more and more about it because it will spoil it. But trust me, you're going to trust old Scotty on anything. Trust me on this one. It is a fantastic movie that no one's seen, but make it right. Go out there, watch it. If you enjoy it, tell someone else, and let's get Rare Exports out there in the world and make it a little less rare, you know? That's all from me. We will be coming back very soon with another Christmas movie, people who don't like Christmas movies. And we are going to, and I've got to get the name right on this one because I keep calling it the wrong bloody thing. We are going to be watching Better Watch Out. That's our next one, Better Watch Out. So tune in for that one and we will tell you all about it. Thanks for stopping by. If you've got any questions, you can send them to buildwiththeboys@outlook.com. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel massively and we really appreciate your help. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. And I'll see you very, very soon for more from Build with the Boys. I'll see you then.